LSM trees or the log structured merge trees are the data structures that are used to write data on disk in a write intensive application. They provide higher write throughput than a traditional B+ tree. In this video we will understand what are LSM trees, why are they useful, and how do they work. So let's dive into the video. LSM trees are the alternatives of a traditional B+ trees which were used to write data on disk. The write complexity of B+ tree was n log n, which was due to the rebalancing of the nodes at the time of insertion. But this complexity is going to hurt us if our application is having a lot of write operations. People identified the problem and came up with a solution where they suggested performing all the write operations in an append-only log file. So whenever you have a record to insert in the database, you append it at the bottom of the log file. So what is the complexity of such an operation? As we are only appending at the bottom of the log file, the write complexity will be O of 1. That is very fast. Suppose you have instructions to insert value a is equal to 0 in the database. So I will append set a is equal to 0 in the log file. Now I instructed database to write b is equal to 1. So I will append set b is equal to 1 in the database. Now if I try to update the value of a is equal to 2, so I am going to write set a is equal to 2 in the log file. I am logging everything at the bottom of the log file. Now, what if we have to read the data? In order to read the data, we will scan the log file from top to bottom and we will catch the latest value of a particular key. So as in this example, the latest value of key A is 2. So I will scan the entire log file and will find the latest value of A and will read that value. So what is going to be the complexity of the read operation? As we are going through the entire log file, the read complexity will become O of n, which is very bad as compared to the B+ trees. So what can we do here? There is a solution for this problem. We can try building index on top of the log file. People suggested that in order to build an index, whenever you are appending anything at the bottom of the log file, we can write the same record in a in-memory data structures known as memtable. Memtable is a sorted in-memory data structure. So let's try to understand this with an example. So let's say I have instructions like set b is equal to 0, set d is equal to 1, set c is equal to 2 and set a is equal to 3. So these were the instructions in the log file. Now when I am going to write that record in the memtable, I am going to write that record in the sorted order. So I will write a is equal to 3, b is equal to 0, c is equal to 2 and d is equal to 1. And also if there is an update, let's say set b is equal to 1, I will find that key in the memory because it is very easier to find the particular key in the memory, and I will find that key in the memory and I am going to update that record. So till now we are appending all the records in a log file, and at the same time we are updating the records in a sorted order in a in-memory data structures known as memtable. But if we keep on inserting the records in the memtable, the size of the memtable will keep on increasing and it will consume a lot of memory. In order to keep the size of memtable beyond a certain limit, we keep on temporarily flushing the records from the memtable into our on-disk data structures known as SS tables. The full form of SS table is sorted string table. SS tables are the immutable on-disk data structures. The data is dumped from mem table into the SS table. The SS tables are structured in form of a tree, and whenever the size of a particular SS table grow beyond a limit, we merge those SS table into another bigger SS table, and this process is known as compaction. As the SS tables are on disk data structures, the read from the SS table is very slow. Therefore, SS table maintain a in-memory data structures known as Bloom filters. So every SS table is going to have a Bloom filter. The Bloom filters gives us the following information. First, the particular record is definitely not available in a particular SS table. The other thing, is there any probability that a particular record is available in a particular SS table? So if the particular record is not available, Bloom filter will tell us that for sure. But if the Bloom filter tells us that a particular record can be found, there is a chance that a record can be found or cannot be found in the particular SS table. So what does a typical read operation looks like? If we are searching for a particular key, we firstly search for that particular key inside the mem table. If the key is present in the mem table, then we found the corresponding record and we will return. But in case the key is not available in the mem table, we will search in the SS tables. And in order to optimize the searching among the SS tables, there is a particular data structures known as the Bloom filters, which tells us whether the record can be found or cannot be found in a particular SS table. Till now we have seen the insert, update and read from the SS table. Now let's try to understand the delete operation. In order to delete a particular record, we mark that record with a flag, and that record is marked as tombstone. So whenever that record is written into the memory or a mem table, we mark that record with a special flag. Let's say we are deleting the key A from our record, so I will mark A with a special flag. So whenever this flag is found in the mem table, we will consider that record to be deleted from the database.